community. We are called upon to justify our project. And when I justified it, I started talking about how we were working in the community. And there's silence completely in the room. Well, you know you're going to have to do this, you know you're going to have to do that. And my hand goes up, well, we're already doing it. You should know that this community is very rare in their acceptance and working with the public library. You guys are truly committed to it, and the community is truly committed to it. And everyone was just blown away that we already had this interaction going. So you should know. Thank you.
And I'd like to say that from your bosses at the county, both Jose and the supervisor, they let us know about the fact that was very prestigious for you to get accepted to that. And I think that really shows well for Imperial Beach as well. And thank you very much. Moving on to presentations, I have a proclamation in recognition of Fire Prevention Month. And I'd ask for Tyra and I guess the chief, whoever else you would like to bring down, and we'll do a proclamation. And we have here from the city, it's a proclamation. We're giving it to the fire department. Sorry, you're representing them today. And whereas the city of Imperial Beach is committed to ensuring the safety and security of all persons living and visiting our city. And there are about 7 more whereases here, and I'm to know that I don't normally read them all, and I don't plan on it this evening, but really we do believe in this Fire Prevention Month. I'm glad that you're here to accept this. The city council, and I believe the whole city believes in all this, and the presence of some of your folks here today really make a difference to us, and thank you very much. If you would like to say anything about it, I'll let you go ahead. Or
he has a few words.
Few words?
Right by the mic.
Good evening, council members and city manager. Mayor, thank you very much for having the fire department here, and you as well for your time and attention. October is National Fire Prevention Month. And so across the entire United States, all the fire departments have the goal and the duty to teach their community about fire safety and prevention. And so for over a decade now, the firefighters of Imperial Beach have been reaching out to the elementary schools and specifically all of the 2nd grade classes in Imperial Beach. And we put on an assembly that teaches fire prevention and safety tips, and each year we reach over 500 students. And what's really cool about this is for us, we have some guidelines that we follow, and we have certain points that we get across. And for a lot of those students, it actually leaves a lasting impression. A couple of years later down the line, we'll have children come up and tug on our pants, be like, I know you, you're the firefighter that, came to my school. And so we reach out to the 2nd grade classes where they can comprehend and remember and bring home some of what we teach them. And actually, the strongest firefighting tool that we have is prevention. And we achieve that through education. And so we work closely with the communities, our community, with the education system and with the public to achieve that. And not only do we provide services for our community, but this year we actually had a lot of community support for our upcoming open house. So this is our 3rd annual. It'll be held on Saturday, October 16th from 10 to 2 behind the fire station and actually in this entire rear parking lot. And when we started 2 years ago, we actually started with 2 booths. This year we have over 20, and we've had tremendous support from the community, from local businesses, and a lot of positive organizations. So we're really, really proud to incorporate the community and reach out to the public with the program that we have and that we're developing and progressing. So we invite all of you and your families and everybody here to please come and check out our open house. And thank you very much for your time and attention.
And thank you all. We really do appreciate the efforts you put out. Thank you. Moving on to consent calendar items 2.1 through 2.5. I'd entertain a motion to approve the consent calendar. We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Could we please vote?
May we have an oral vote?
We sure could. All in favor? Aye. Any nays? Any abstentions? Thank you.
Motion carried unanimously.
Moving on to item 4.1. We have the second reading. Mr. Brown?
Mayor, Council, this is the second reading making corrections to the end dates of the redevelopment areas. It's simply laid out in the chart in the staff report.
Any questions or comments to the city staff on this particular item? Seeing none, I call for the reading and title of ordinance 2010-1111.
Ordinance number 2010-1111, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Imperial Beach, California, to correctly state and extend the plan effectiveness and tax increment deadlines for the redevelopment plan for the City Palm Avenue Commercial Redevelopment Project pertaining to the original project area and the added area pursuant to Health and Safety Code Section 33333.2C.
Thank you. I entertain a motion to dispense with the second reading and adopt ordinance 2010-1111 by title only. We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Could we please vote?
Motion carried unanimously.
Moving on to item 6.1, Mr. Brown.
Mayor, Council, you have before you the annual report from our Business Improvement District and a resolution to hear that, and then part of the resolution establishes your meeting in November 3rd, I think it is, to actually levy the BID assessments. And you have two representatives here this evening to, I think, briefly cover the annual report. You have the proposed budget, and as pointed out in the staff report, significant progress has been made on your expenditures and so on. So I'm not sure, Ms. Hutchins, did you want to say anything?
Ms. Hutchins or Mr. Osborne, were you going to make a presentation, or what we have before us?
Basically, anybody have any questions?
Oh, okay.
We appreciate you coming forward with that. Thank you. Do we have any questions on this particular item for members from the BID? Ms. Gross?
A comment, if I could. I had the opportunity to work closely with Mike and members of the BID on the IB Business Expo event. And it was a great event. I mean, this was the second annual one. So I just wanted to share that my experience working with them was a very good one. There was a lot of thought put into how the event could be promoted, how to grow the event in future years. And I think it was a real benefit to the business community. So I just wanted to share that.
Thank you. I do have one comment, and it's not something that pertains to what you have planned for last year, or perhaps the next year, but it's something I thought as a business improvement district, looking at the codes of what you're allowed to work on, and if there's a chance, perhaps, and it might take more than you have, but you could let us know, if there's ways of cleaning sidewalks. I know we get stormwater problems and things like that, but as a business improvement district, that might add some in some of those areas that you aren't able to do as much in, but they do have those kind of problems. I mean, certain ones we're rebuilding, which really helps, makes it easier, but certain ones, a lot of gum and things like that. If it's something you could look into sometime, perhaps, and find out how much it is, something, I know BID can do it, it just might be beyond your budget.
Yeah, we had someone propose that before, and we've looked into a little bit, but never cost analysis, and that might be something we could look into.
I appreciate it if you could do it, and at least let us know, because then we could perhaps look at it too.
And maybe combined or something.
Thank you. Then before us, we have the report, and I'd entertain a motion to adopt Resolution 2010-6951 approving the Imperial Beach Business Improvement District report And I just want to make sure that we know that it's declaring a public hearing on November 3rd, so that, you know, people that do want to have more comment, if they miss this opportunity, there will be a public hearing on this item. So we have a motion and a second. Do we have any further comments or questions? Could we please vote?
Motion carried unanimously.
Moving on to item 6.2, Mr. Brown.
Mayor, Council, our finance director, Mr. McGrain, has been working a lot with a bond team. And last week we had a conference call with Standard & Poor to seek a bond rating, which we hope to get in another 2 days, I think. But, and at your following meeting, your next meeting, we'll actually have, we think, the formal bond documents that council, you know, would be adopting. But we wanted to give you the background in terms of the security of the bonds that we've been working on. So Mr. McGrain will run through some of the key indicators in terms of our security. Please, Mike.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Brown. Yeah, the report outlines how safe your investment is. So when we issue the debt, they formally make you set aside 1 year's debt service. So say something unforeseen came and revenues didn't materialize, you formally have to set up a debt service payment of 1 year. They'll make you have that throughout the entire investment. Beyond that, we're also capitalizing some interest of $1.8 million to be a little more additionally safe. So in that case, we have more like 2.5 years of debt service coverage. So we're trying to be a little safer than what we've been on the current bonds that we have. In addition, we have enough revenues that we show to the Standard & Poor's that, and to the eventual investors, that say we could afford $2.5 million in debt service. Well, the investors would say, no, you can't go that high. You have to hold back 25%, so you could only have debt service, or you could only borrow up to the $2 million in debt service, not the 2.5. So that's what you normally are. We are additionally safe at 1.62, so not at 1.25. So we're trying again to be additionally safe. That's the investor who wants to buy this. For us, even after all the debt service is paid, and then we've paid all the salaries, and we've done all